Michael, a very tough day at the office here at Sporting Khalsa today. What did you make of that?
I said it in my last one. I said I think today, well, not even all the game. The last half an hour was something that what me, Tom, and Ryan have tried to instill in this group of lads just went everything against it. I think for the first 60 minutes, the boys were fantastic. I thought, we weathered the early storm. All right, we conceded an early goal, but the boys bounced back. And like I said, the last 20 minutes of the first half, they were brilliant. They were right in this game. We had opportunities. We should have scored a couple of goals right before half time. So they come in and we set them down and we said, look, this game's there for you. You got to start fast, and they did, and they got the just rewards for that. And then they obviously scored their second, and then we just turned into a group of 11 individuals out there, and that's what it looked like. It looked frantic. We didn't look like everything we've worked on this week to combat them just went out the window, and we were just making up as we went along, really.
Is that the biggest frustration of today, the fact that in that last half an hour we seem to have just gone away from our game plan?
Yeah, I think it was working, Joe. I think, like I said, we was right in this game, and when we equalised at 1-1, we were in the ascendancy to go win the game. And like I said, we just come away from what we were doing. We knew we isolated the three lads at the back with Cairo and John Dean and Farrell, and like I said, when we put quality balls in behind, we got dangerous, we were getting chances. We just come away with that, and we'll blame. It's easy to blame it on inexperience and young lads, but the young lads were quality in there, and I think they just had to hold themselves accountable today. That maybe that last half an hour they could have just done a little bit more, maybe.
You've made 4 changes to your team today, 3 of them coming in your defence. Do you feel like that disruption to your back four perhaps attributes to some of the defensive struggles we've seen today?
I don't think it does, Joe, because I think we were all right. We were okay, and I think the big thing was when Big Dan got injured. I think, for myself, I think maybe I've not used him enough. I think he's been brilliant in the last 3 games he's taken part in, and like I said, I think when he left the field today, we kind of went a bit discombobulated, didn't we? And we were a bit all over the shop. Look, it's easy because as a defender myself, when you're shipping in goals, you're automatically going to be the first ones to blame, and I get that. And look, we worked hard, and like I said, it was just last half an hour was just something that we're going to have to try and pick out positives and learn from.
How frustrating was it when we got that equaliser, really good goal from Farrell? You know, we're in the ascendancy. How disappointing was it that we couldn't carry that forward and go and get the lead ourselves?
Yeah, I think that was the worst part about it. I think, like you said, at 1-1, thoroughly deserved it. And like I said, we only looked like one team at that stage that was going to go and win the game, and it was us. And look, maybe it's a bit of a thing where maybe recently we haven't been in that position, and maybe we got a bit joyful, a bit giddy, should we say, and we maybe pushed on a bit too much. I don't know. Look, we'll watch it back, but we just got to be a bit more calmer. Keep sticking. The game plan was clearly working. It was going. We just need to stick to it. Me, Shanks, and Ryan shouting on the sideline, carry on doing what we're doing, and that's all we can do. And if the boys come away from that, they got to take the onus on that. Look, I will defend my boys till the end of time, and they know that. And like I said, we'll work and we'll keep working. Look, we've got big games Saturday, Tuesday. We'll bounce back from it, and we got to know it's crunch time. Do you know what I mean? We've got to start standing up for ourselves and stop feeling sorry for us, rolling over to teams like we did today, because we've got hard games, and when them games get through and we've got to play the teams around us where they're massive 6-pointers, we need to come into them firing.
Luca Puss served the first game of his suspension today. Ben Gard's also away for a few weeks. Are there any other squad updates you can give us at all?
Yeah, so we got Luca's obviously 1 game left now on his ban. We've got no goal until early January, and same with Louis Pinto Lite. They're away Christmas period, which is obviously it's family time. I totally understand that. Look, we have to adjust, and we've brought players in, and we've got players capable. And look, yeah, they're 2 big players that have played quite a lot of minutes these games, but there's still good enough players in there to win games. And we've got to dig in now. We've just got to work hard and continue trying to improve and bring back the results.
Part of your job as a manager is obviously to motivate players, but with such a big game coming up on Boxing Day, league leaders coming to town, hopefully we'll get a bit of a crowd at Hayden Road as well. How important is it that the players can lift themselves up for what's going to be a big game? Because if they're not on it, then they will be punished against a very top side.
Yeah, we've just said that in there, to be fair. Shanks said it already in there, and like I I said, I think if you can't lift yourself as a player for them games, then you're in the wrong sport. I think them are the games, like you said, when you rock bottom, you go in, the league leaders are coming, and you're the underdog story. You've seen strange results, and we will go out there and we will battle. I will put a team out there and battle. Might have to go out there myself at this point because we're running out of players, Joe. And we will push these boys, and we will make sure they're up for it. And look, we need them all to bring their game, and we all need them to stop feeling sorry for themselves, because they're feeling sorry for themselves. They're down in there. This one hurt, and I think the way we've lost has hurt them. But they've got to lift themselves. It's a big game, top of the league. I said if we don't, we will get thumped, and it'll be bigger than what it was today. So we're under no illusions, and like I said, we'll be ready.
Christmas obviously coming up on Monday. Is there any festive message you'd like to give to the supporters at all?
It's just an easy one from me. Look, thank you for your support. I think you've been brilliant with us, and it's been tough this season, 100% it has, and we appreciate everything you've got. So look, from myself, the players, the staff, the backroom staff, I hope you have a lovely Christmas with your families, and like I said, we want to see as many as you there on Boxing Day, when we're going to try and put today's result right.
Well, thanks for your time, Michael. Have a great Christmas, and we'll see you on. Ryan, thanks for coming to speak to us. Where would you begin to assess today's game?
I think first off, it's an apology to the travelling fans and anyone following us, because I think the last 20 minutes isn't good enough. No matter what we think of the rest of the game, no matter how we thought we played, the last 20 minutes isn't good enough for a team at bottom. And 4-1 flattered us, if I'm honest. So that's an apology first, yeah.
Can you put your finger on why the levels dropped so dramatically in that last half an hour or so?
I think we've got really deflated, if I'm honest. I think Pharrell scored a wonderful goal. 1-1, we really felt like we were in the game, created chances on top, and I feel like the goal for them comes at an awful time, really deflates us, and I think a lot of the lads ended up hiding, if I'm honest. I think a lot of the lads didn't want to go right 2-2, let's get back into it. I think we almost rolled over and died, which I'm really disappointed with today.
Just look at that first half and the approach in that first period. We had quite a number of counter-attacks, been more successful on the break than we have perhaps in recent weeks. Was that part of the game plan today, to get at Khalsa in that way?
Yeah, the disappointment was conceding the early goal, because our biggest thing was, let's not concede early, and let's, as you said, go and counter-attack, let's go and get at them, let's go and make smart decisions by playing it in behind them. So to concede the early goal was a real disappointment, but probably for 20 minutes of the first half, I felt like we did really get at them, absolutely.
I know it seems a long time ago now, obviously, after that second half, but what was the message from Michael and co at the break?
Keep on doing what we were doing, and for the first 20 minutes of the second half, we did do that. We got a brilliant goal. We could have gone and got more, and yeah, that was the message. Keep on going and do what we're doing.
What goes through your mind as a captain, and how do you approach that sort of second half where we're conceding goals and you can see that the team are really struggling?
It's really hard, because I know how it looks, and it looks like lads don't care, and I don't think that's the case. I think we've got a young squad, and you're trying to bring them along and do the right things and run at the very minimum, but I think a lot of people did roll over today, and that was a massive disappointment.
And how important is it now that we pick ourselves up very quickly for what's going to be a very big game against the league leaders on Tuesday?
I think it's not just Tuesday, but it's the rest of this month. It's so busy in January as well. We can't just dwell on this result, it's move on to the next one. We can't bring this result into the next one and then follow anything into January. There's 3-4 massive games in January that we've got to be prepared for.
Thanks for your time, Ryan.
Appreciate it, guys. Appreciate it.